Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas Part 2. We're going to start off with two Hanukkah stories. And the first one is called 8 Nights to Win Her Heart by Miri White. This is her first novel. I was impressed for a first novel. This was pretty good. I really appreciated the themes of togetherness and family, and the character growth was very good. I gave this one 3.5 stars. Yeah, 3.5. And so we have these positive notes. There's also a lot that just didn't work that great for me. So I was hoping for more Hanukkah themed elements, but I mean, they were there. Okay, they absolutely played a role. However, the book was more focused on the romance and lighter on the holiday, so that part was unbalanced. This book also had a lot going on. I am 100% for representation. This book touched on disability and women's, not necessarily women's rights, but women's independence. And these are very good things to discuss, and I love reading about them, and I believe they should be brought to light more. However, again, the book was very unbalanced. It wanted to bring these things into focus, but because of all the other things going on, it was hard to give them equal playing time, if that makes sense. And I think the women's independence was not necessarily overdone, but maybe just a tad too much. You know how you can say things and you get a message across, but if you say things or bring them up too many times, it just becomes too much. It's kind of one of those scenarios. Following that, so our female main character is a preschool teacher. She, it well, the school that she's worked for is losing funding and they will be closing at the end of the year. So she, from the get go, she's looking for another job. And she has tried looking locally for said position, but she's not finding anything. She goes to, or doesn't go to, she applies to a place in Ohio. And so she has this decision that she needs to make. She told them she will let them know by the end of the week, the end of Hanukkah, as if she is going to take this position and move out in the summer or not. So we have this dilemma. The main character obviously struggles with, or internally with, do I stay? Do I go? What do I do? What are the benefits? What are the drawbacks? She is not connected with any family. Her father has just recently passed away. This is her first Hanukkah without him. And so she's not super attached to anybody. In comes a chance meeting with her neighbor who she's talked to and flirted with a bit, but they actually have their meet cute. And so now, as they're connecting and getting to know each other, she's wondering, wow, should I stay? I can't just leave my choice up to my sort of relationship with this person. And so, obviously, she's going to struggle with this throughout the entire book. And we need to be reminded, and, our attention needs to be drawn to this, that she's struggling with this. But it's every couple of pages. Well, but if I move to Ohio, well, will this matter if I move to Ohio? How will this work? And it's just, it was too much. I would say, honestly, more than anything, the focus of the story was on that. Not necessarily more than the romance, but more on Hanukkah. The author also said that in the author's note at the end, she said that she originally intended for this to be a novella. And I honestly think it would have been better if it would have been shorter, because there's so much talk about this Ohio conflict that now I'm mumbling my words or jumbling my words. If there wasn't so much focus on that, I feel like it could have been shorter. It would have been good shorter. It was already under 300 pages, and I don't really think that it would have made much of a difference. So moving on, the audiobook that I finished today, it's very short. It's only 3.75 hours on Audible. It's an Audible exclusive, and it's called Booked for the Holidays by Liz Maverick, and I gave this one 4 stars. She, the author Liz Maverick, has another, I don't know if it's a trilogy or if it's like 3 interconnected standalones that finished up a year or 2 ago, and I listened to all of them. I think I finished the whole set in like 24 hours, and she appears to be coming out with a second set because the book after this stars one of the characters of the female main character in the next book. So we have our female main character and a male main character who meet whenever the female main character goes to the author's house to talk to her about when she's going to be finishing her book. Lo and behold, the author has died and her grandson wants to finish the book on her behalf. He promised her that he would. So the whole audiobook follows the two of them working as a team together to get this book done. And they both have different ideas and different ways of how they want to do things. But the way that they blend their ideas, and not necessarily ideas, I guess, but the way that they want to work together, how that all blends and comes together is really cute. And it's cozy and it's very holiday-ish. I really enjoyed this one. I haven't listened to anything by Liz Maverick that I don't like. They're all very cute and just the holiday romance is there. And yeah. Okay, so I was just going to have 2 more books to finish up, or not to finish up, but to read. But I got a notification from my Kindle that there was a book by Trisha O'Malley, who wrote the Highland Hearts Holiday Bookshop. There's a novella on sale, and so I grabbed that. It is called Second Chance Scottish. I'm currently reading that right now, so I added that one onto my TBR as if it wasn't already long enough. So that's the next thing I'm going to be finishing up. So when that's done, I will come chat with you again. Okay, guys, so I have finished Second Chance Scottish by Trisha O'Malley. I give this 4 stars. It was cute, it was sweet, it was fast, it was easy. We have small town, second chance, one of us is famous tropes. There's not a whole lot to say without giving too many spoilers. I feel like it's pretty predictable. But we've got Noah. Trying to remember everybody's name. We have Noah who comes back home. He's the famous one, and his manager or agent, I forget which one, or maybe it's the record label. I don't know. Somebody's got himself, not Noah, but him, the other person, into financial trouble. They were spending and using money how they shouldn't have. So Noah is home to do some convalescing. Our female main character, whose name I don't remember, runs an inn in Kingsbarns, where the Highland Hearts Holiday Bookshop book also took place. And so she's running her inn. She is mortified when she realizes who's trying to sign into her hotel. He does wind up staying there. She gives him a week, and we go from there. This is one of those novellas that I absolutely wish would have been longer. I can understand why somebody wouldn't want to make it longer. It's a nice story for the holidays, but I just really like this town and this community, especially the book Beyond. I will type that here. I don't know. I still don't know what I can and can't say on YouTube. That won't get censored. So, there is another book. So there's this one, obviously. There's the Highland Hearts Holiday Bookshop. And then there's one, like, this character, Harper, she keeps getting mentioned. She is from America. She has traveled to stay in Scotland, fell in love with either the pub owner or she bought the pub. And then, I don't know. I don't know her story. But there is a book for her. And I'm going to read that at some point. Not, like, right now. Because I'm still trying to read This one, I just got started with it. I read the rhyme in the front and I read a little bit of the first chapter. The Libby app that I have, the libraries that I have connected to that do not have this on audio. I guess it's an Audible exclusive, and the Kindle version is not there. I really struggle with reading a physical book um, for various reasons that I don't want to discuss on social media. And yeah, so I'm going to try to get through this. I have a feeling that this vlog is going to be put out later than what I want it to be, but that's okay. Anyway, so at some point I'm going to read that other story. I think it's also a novella. The audio for it's only like 3 hours long, or maybe it's 6 hours with 3 double speed. I'm not sure. What has surprised me is that this is not considered like a trilogy or like a small town, or what's the other one called? Interconnected standalones. They're not labeled as that. So like I've had to go like researching for these other books. I don't know why they all go together. Anyway, hopefully I will be chatting at you soon about How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. What I've read so far is really, really cute, and I have a feeling I'm definitely going to enjoy it. So I will chat at you then. Okay, guys, hi. I was able to get this done before Christmas. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. One of my family's favorite movies is The Grinch, and to see it retold in an adult version was really cool. Like, kudos to Megan Quinn, who thought of this idea to take holiday classics and turn them into a novel. Like, yay! So we have Story and Cole. Cole is our Grinch, and Story has gone to take care of her Aunt Cindy, who has taken a fall and broken her hip. She wants Story to enter into the town's Christmas Kringle competition and win in her stead. I gave it 5 stars, and I definitely want to read this again, maybe a little bit slower. I honestly, like, I flew through it, one, because it was good, two, because I wanted to get this vlog wrapped up. So yeah, I did it. I'm very excited that I did. And I loved it. It was just, I loved how every chapter began with a rhyme, like in the tone that we would read How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. I just thought that was like the cherry on top of the cake that is this book. The candy cane scene that is usually people, whenever they hear about this book, they go, oh yeah, the candy cane scene, right? There's a lot of judgment around that. I feel I personally, for myself, because I'm taking this from the perspective that it's a holiday read, it's not realistic, it's not gonna be like super duper in depth. It is like we talk about mental health and grief, those play a key role, but it's a story. It's a holiday story with holiday themes to get everybody into the holiday spirit. So it's just, it is what it is. I totally understand that it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but this is just the perspective that I'm taking it from. So I have just very barely started Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. I am not going to include it in this vlog like I was hoping to. I'm so sorry. I'm going to continue reading it throughout the holiday, and this will be in my December wrap up. So I will talk to you then. I'm already really enjoying it, but I wanted to wish everyone happy reading and Merry Christmas, and I'll see you at my December wrap up. Be sure to check out the screen to see a suggested playlist and a suggested video for you to watch next. And as always, please like and subscribe and share. Thanks, everyone. Bye.